Now that is a perfect way to start off the home portion of the season for the Toronto Blue Jays as they score 9 unanswered runs against the Detroit Tigers and win 9-3 at Rogers Center. Obviously a late upload for me tonight. Obviously I was at the game tonight, so it was incredible with some incredible moments. Franchise record for home runs in a season opener with 5, right? 5, hold on. We got Chappie, Kiermaier, Springer, Bo, Kirk. Yeah, 5 home runs for the Blue Jays. Insane stuff. And there's a lot of things I want to get to, trust me. Top of the second inning. And we're going to start right away with it. It is a 2-0 count to Carpenter. Manoah comes with a pitch. And it's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball in the inner half. Kiermaier back. Leaps at the wall and he makes the catch. Kevin Kiermaier makes a ludicrous grab. How many times had we heard during the offseason that he can't wait to rob home runs and jump the walls and this and that with all the short porches with short thing in center field? Kevin Kiermaier robs Carpenter of the home run. Everyone loves it. And it keeps them off the board. Now, things do start to unravel for Alek Manoah, though. He walks Javi Baez. I can't remember what happened with Torkelson. It was the infield single to Torkelson, and then Nick Maton comes up and dispenses of it in the right field bleachers. And it is a 3-0 Tigers lead. Not a great start. And in the bottom of the second inning, with Varsho and Brandon Belt, who got a hit in this first AB, with those two guys on, Alejandro Kirk takes the ball the other way. Does it have wings? It goes off the top of the wall. Varsho comes in to score. Brandon Belt should have got to third, but he didn't know if Varsho was going to take off home, so he stays at second. Probably should have got third because Varsho, he's taking off. He's going home. But either way, whatever. And Belt's at second base because you look at the next play. It was a Biggio ground ball. The first might have scored the run. It would have been 3-2 at the time. Albeit in the longevity of things, when you win 9-3, doesn't matter. But in that moment, I thought, man, that extra 90 feet would have been really important there. Doesn't happen. You're still down 3-1 at the time. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and Matt Chapman, this dude is red hot. He crushes one to left center or right center field, and it's gone. We are within 1. Matt Chapman's got another bomb, and the Blue Jays are back in it. 3-2. We go to the bottom of the fifth. A full count pitch to Kevin Kiermaier, and he rips one. An absolute seed to right field. Does it have the wings? And it does. He robs a home run, then he knocks in a home run of his own. And the Blue Jays have tied the game at 3. Kiermaier comes back to the dugout, high-fiving everybody, looks out. Springer drives one on the first pitch, and it's gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. And the Blue Jays have the lead. It's 4-3. Then we go to the bottom of the 8th. And Bo Bichette drills one to right field. And they seem to be all over right field today. And he hits this one out of the ballpark. And that extra insurance run was quite nice. You have Jordan Romano warming up. Obviously, he had a tough outing in his last one against the Angels. So you want to get him right back out there. And that little insurance there from Bo, very nice. But then, Brandon Belt. He rips an RBI single past the diving first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Dalton Varsho comes in to score. Jays lead it now 6-3. Perfect. You know, it's a 3-run lead. Perfect for Jordan Romano to come in. But Kirky's like, nah, Jordan, have a seat, pal. He drills one to left field, and it's gone. 3-run bomb for Alejandro Kirk. Jordan Lupo came on to pinch run for Brandon Belt, so he comes in to score. Chappie comes in to score, and it is 9-3 Blue Jays. And that is how the game ends. Bombs galore, an incredible defensive play from Kevin Kiermaier, and some masterful bullpen work, and the fellas get it done. Look, Detroit's no good. Okay? That lineup, it baffled me, the names I was seeing, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm sorry, the guy, like, Jake Rogers, I think that's his name, the catcher, that give me a lot of, who was a Tiger King fella? Give me his vibes with the handlebar, with the mustache, and I don't know, that's what the vibe I was getting. That or Wendell Clark's handlebar. One of the two. Joe Exotic. That's who it was. So, it's a very weird team. You know, I know Miguel Cabrera was very frustrating, but it is what it is. Let's get to these player stats. Dalton Varsho didn't have a hit in the ball game, was 0 for 2, but he walked twice and came around to score. And ladies and gentlemen, Springer had 1 hit. Bo had 1 hit. Vladdy didn't have a hit. And your team gets 10 hits and scores 9 runs. And it's 5 home runs, albeit, 2 of the home runs were Springer's 1 for and Bo's 1 for. But Matt Chapman continues to rake. He was 2 for 4 in the game with a couple runs scored, obviously, on his home run, on the 1 RBI on his home run that he hit. Brandon Belt, after everyone is saying, dude's done, it's over, I couldn't do it. Like, he'd been awful to start the year. There's no denying that. The numbers suggest that he was terrible. But in his first game at Rogers Center, 2 singles and a double, he goes 3 for 4 with an RBI. So great night in the office for Brandon Belt. Good to see. And then Alejandro Kirk, who somehow is your 7-hole hitter, goes 2 for 4, hits a home run, scores a run, and has 4 RBIs. This Jays lineup is deep. Like, I'm looking at the top 3, and I'm like, those guys are huge. Oh, Chapman's red hot. Oh, Varsho's phenomenal. Well, there's 5. And if Brandon Belt's going to give you something like this, if you have Kirky in your 7-hole, and then you can interchange, Kevin Biggio, who is not great tonight, but Whit Merrifield, Espinal, and then you have Kevin Kiermaier in the 9-hole. This lineup is built different. And no pun intended, but it's funny how it worked that way. I love it. 10 hits total for the Blue Jays. They only struck out 7 times in the game. They walked twice, both Dalton Varsho, and both times he came in to score. Starting pitching-wise, though, that is where we got to talk about it. Alek Manoah was not great. He was struggling with command for for his entire outing. And, the couple that he didn't, the home run was it one of his 2-seam fastballs or his sinker, whatever it was, but it was 92 up and in. And when it's sinking, it's coming into the barrel. And that's how he got a hold of it and drilled it out. And even the one that almost went out by Carpenter. Right, it was a 2-seamer, again, sinker on the inner half, middle in, and Alek Manoah has some troubles with lefties. We've seen that before, and a lot of those lefties there were getting to him. And look, 4 1/3, only 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, obviously on 1 swing of the bat. Struck out 3, but he walked 5 guys in 4 1/3, and his pitch count got up over 90 pitches. Like he really battled tonight, and it was not a great game for Alek Manoah. And if he didn't walk all those guys, I mean, heck, he could have gone pretty far. Who knows what would have happened? But in the end, he didn't have his stuff, but the bullpen picked him up. Zach Pop, who I've been nothing but impressed since he's come over to the Toronto Blue Jays, goes an inning and 2/3, does not allow a base runner, and strikes out 2. Really calms things down. Eric Swanson goes a clean inning of work, walks a guy, but strikes out 2. Jimmy Garcia goes a clean inning, gives up a hit. It was the double to Torkelson, I believe, but strikes out 2, no problem. And then Anthony Bass goes out there to finish off the ball game, goes a clean inning, no base runners, and that's all she wrote. Bullpen did a great job, allowed 1 hit over the entire, 5 and, what is that? Was it 4 2/3 they had? It was like 1 hit, 1 walk, and they had, 2, 4, 6 punchies. I mean, it was a good job by the bullpen today, doing a job. Now, we move on to the next game, though, because baseball's a marathon. Hell of a game tonight. Jays are 7-4. The Tigers are bad. The Jays have to do a job tomorrow. I hate putting these must-win games because it's not a must-win. But you have Kevin Gausman on the hill, who has been flat-out dominant in his first 2 starts. Eduardo Rodriguez, the Jays have seen him a lot because he played with the Red Sox. His numbers were awful last year when he did play, and he already has over a 6 ERA this season, which tells me that his first, 2 starts, were not good. I'm really hoping the Jays tee off on him, as they should, and they go out there and get a W. They do that, at the very least, they've won the series. But let's be honest, against Detroit, you want a little bit more than that. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the game tonight, smack that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Discord and TikTok links are down below, as well as the Instagram and Twitter. So go check out all that stuff down in the comments below. Okay, hold on. I'll talk to you guys. Raptors edition tomorrow is the play-in. So if the Raptors win, they would play in Miami against Kyle Lowry. We'll see what happens tomorrow against the Chicago Bulls at 7 o'clock. As for the Leafs, they won tonight against Tampa. We'll talk about that very shortly. 4-3 at Amalie Arena. And as for the Blue Jays, they're back in action tomorrow. Eduardo Rodriguez, Kevin Gausman, 7:07 first pitch there at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game today. We'll talk to you guys then.